private server. Cool. Actually, I won't post the results yet, so you guys don't get to spoil yourselves if you weren't watching. Haha. You have to stay and watch. Content. Content mindset. Alright. You're always #1, Koopa. Big fan of Koopa. Alright. Results aren't in Winter Cup results yet. You gotta watch my stream to find out the results if you didn't watch in-game. Haha. I've tricked you. Alright, let's get started here. Draft. So, going into this match, C-Rams had warned me that they had tech. They had... Yeah, I saw your Discord DM. I'm gonna answer it now. I need to show the game. I guess I don't need to yet, but I will. You need to know. You will find out. So, draft started out. Going into this set, C-Rams made me aware that they had found tech that they believe had never been seen before, and they asked me how they should, like, get permission to use that, basically. From there, I recommend that they talk to Kaylee, since C-Rams wasn't comfortable contacting Opie about it, since Opie is a potential opponent. So C-Rams goes to Warning Track and Checker to confirm that their tech is valid, isn't like an exploit, which is responsible. I think it's a good thing to do. And I've done that myself with Kaylee before. And I'm mostly rehashing things, but this is context for the Postmortem. So going into this draft, I wasn't really sure what venue it could be. All that I knew from Koopa's anxious. So going in, I didn't know what venue it could be. C-Rams did tell me that it's venue specific, and that it's like an easy setup so that once you see it, you know how to combat it. That's like most tech, so, but if it's never been seen before, I don't know what the setup is. So, with that context out of the way, I really didn't know what venue set to pick. I could have been picking into C-Rams' minefield that they had set up. But in the end, the draft shook out like this. I picked the Comfy Classics because I decided, you know what? Even if I lose one game, being that C-Rams isn't too sticky to the community, you imagine, it's not something that really needs to be improved. Yeah, it also could be very easily something that they just hadn't seen before. We'll see. We'll see. Or will we? But anyway, I picked the Comfy Classic because I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to pick big venues. I've got camper advantage. I should be better at this. I should be able to get spy wins, even if I lose one game to never seen before tech. Oh, Koopa. Oh, you're just going to make me drag it out even longer. Oh, I guess I should have the scoreboard up. Oh well. After I pick Comfy Classic, C-Rams picks Swamp Block. C-Rams bans Tan, as they typically do. I ban Gallery, as I normally do. Oh, you have to go to bed. Koopa. I will tell you that the tech happened. Not really? Okay, then I won't tell you. Okay. Alright, and then from there I double Ballroom. C-Rams doubles Library, which immediately tells me something about what could have happened here. So third venue set? Library is what they chose. So that means that either I had a couple of theories. My leading theory was picking up the briefcase through the courtyard pillar. You know, if Ampa stands on the right statue, they can set their briefcase down, and the circle will extend outside of the statue. That is one thing that I expected out of C-Rams, because that's something that, like, is rare, and it might seem like a unique strategy to get away with. It's tech. That is tech. That's the kind of thing that you might think is Yeah, it's spy tech. It's courtyard specific. What? What do you mean? What do you mean, Koopa? Isn't all tech spy tech? What is sniper tech even? Alright, whatever. So, whatever. I pick veranda, C-Rams picks aquarium, I pick courtyard, C-Rams picks library, the double, then I pick balcony, which I'm like, oh, I maybe should not have let that through. Like, Ponu bookshelf tech, what does that even mean? Do you mean the lazy bear the lazy bear hardtail? I guess Ponu had some part to do with that. After balcony, I have doubled ballroom to end the match in case things are close and I need to like draw it out. Alright, anyway, that's the draft. Finally done. Only took me 10 minutes to get through that. Now we're into the actual games. Starting out with veranda, 5 of 8 should be a sniper split. Go, go, go. Yeah, we're going right now. So luckily I did have camper brain tonight. I was memorizing statue visitors, which is great. It's great to be able to do that. Yeah, why don't I? Yeah, that would have made it easier if I just looked for that. Smallman here is grabbing a green book, and C-Rams loves to direct transfer, so that's getting a lot of my attention. This talk from Salmon seemed weird. It was peripheral, but show the C-Ram cam. Sure, actually that's a good idea. Although this is what you'll see tomorrow on the cast, because Opie only looks at spy cam when he's hosts. Even though, in my opinion, sniper cam is far more important. It's good to get a mix of them, but sniper is very important as well. To a casual, yeah, but yeah, I understand that. You know what? Sniper cam, I'm just gonna take a quick pause here to say this. Sniper cam would be more useful if you had like eye tracker data built into it. Hi Dells, by the way. SpyParty would be a perfect game to have like a Tobii eye tracker integration built into it so that it saves that data into it. That would be so amazing. Then we could have an entire tournament based around that, and that'd be really sick. But that's at least 10 years in the future. If you're casting, you only watch sniper cam. I mean, when I'm casting and stuff, I just leave my fingers on 1 and 3, and I just basically go back and forth as like it looks like it might be interesting. I think it's good to watch both, but sniper cam is great for seeing if like a hardtail happens like this. So red BB, let's just rewind this for a second. Red BB, it's the first thing that's happened all game really. There's a highlight on, I haven't really commented on anything here because I'm just reading chat. Red test BB tech. Alice finishes inspect. Salmon does pick up a highlight once he stealth crosses my laser here, I think. Yeah, just for whatever his weird talk was. I didn't really know what it was, but whatever. Back over to this contact, it's the first thing that really is happening all game. So, whatever, I hear a cough, I like quickly scan over, I think I see Disney like snap somehow. Like, he looks weird out of this group, but then I take all the lowlights I can. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I got maybe 4 out of 6. That's fine. But now Disney is on the move after what I thought was a red BB. Yeah, camera shakes are good to notice on SpyCam. That is true. Any sort of laser shake, or camera shake, is great. Alright, Koopa. So Disney was at Windows there, did a watch check and did a reject, so I'm looking for maybe this Purloin. Don't get a great angle on it, but I didn't see it fading. Serum's at Windows here again. Has been here for a while already. It's gonna start walking over to statues, and has a not great pad entry, and given the fact that I peripherally saw the cough, mixed with the bad pad entry, and the fact that there is just secret tech that is happening this match. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. Spy could have 4 missions done without me knowing. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling very jumpy. Is that a bad low light on Irish? That looks like an accidental low light on Irish. Yeah, the thing is, CRMs could have just been lying the whole time. No, the match results aren't posted yet because I'm baiting everyone to stay in stream to watch if you want to know the result. Unless you watched in-game. Haha, captive audience. I will post them immediately after, though. Yeah, plus if, like, I'm not really, I'm trying not to spoil what's happening later on. I think David was there at the end. I always do a postmortem. I always do a postmortem, Dallas. I always commit myself to doing a postmortem before every match, because when I lose, I'm not going to want to do it, so if I tell myself to do it beforehand, then I still got to do it. This is an exciting match, David. Bad pad entry here. Let's look at this, because C-Rams was saying that some of my shots were voodoo. Yeah, just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Just that cacophony of movement at the end isn't great. C-Ram Sniper is insane. They have not some voodoo shots of their own, but they have some like mission counting voodoo shots. Alright, anyway, next game is Wheels. I land in convo here. I don't think that I'm in range to like get Toby offered. So I call him over and he's bumping for, what is that, 5 seconds? Green Purloin though, that's nice. I'd love to hit the first green of the match. I wanted Chase Flirt to statues there, but C-Ram's highlights for statues. Didn't want to pick that up even on accident. So I Chase Flirt to convo. Ooh, is that the list being noticed gone? No lowlights taken. That's good to know. I didn't necessarily know that at the time. But I'm just timer flirting because it's Veranda. Oh, there's been a Purloin, and oh, C-Rams had actually asked me about what OTBAP meant. Did I answer them? Can I tell them what Veranda OTBAP means or stands for? Which I happily answered because it's not common knowledge, but lore. Standing bug there is actually a lot worse than I thought it would be. I'm not separated by Duke, although I think C-Rams actually lost to one of these in You Did Not Miss a Secret Tech Yet. Cat Martini, you almost lost me a game in here. Standing bug, it's more visible, but a lot of stuff to look at, given no lowlights. I am holding you all as a captive audience to hear my rambling and see the results. I don't know if that's mean or not. But it's more hype. Smallman's returning the briefcase. Really want to get Flirt done here, so I'm gonna, like, you know, go around this combo, walk past ammo, which I don't like, and then head into books here. Given that I was just kind of in the middle of, is the tech good? You'll see. Kuba, it's a 16 game set. You're gonna be here a while. You might just have to watch tomorrow. But given that I've been in the middle, laser has been on me a couple times, and I don't like this sniper movement. This really feels like baiting a microfilm out of red books here. I don't know if that's what C-Rams was doing, but that's what I was thinking. And that I was maybe thinking I'm gonna take this into green if I'm clean. Yeah, use this in your matches tomorrow against European folk. BB comes off. Wow, that was a good BB. This was my view of that. So I look around the corner, I'm like, this side's pretty empty. But I need to get a BB at some point. Salmon's out, Twin is out. Let me actually go to the actual contact. Twin gets in. Maybe too late to have done a green, but Duke and Salmon, that's a great contact. Wow. You're playing mock sets against Rob and DT. Gotcha. But anyway, a minute left on the clock. I am feeling pretty good. There's a fingerprint on this statue, the left one. But C-Rams seems pretty good. Does C-Ram use controller to snipe? I didn't think so. I feel like I would have noticed that. C-Rams is pretty good at tracking prints. Kuba, do you want me to DM you if it's worth staying up for the tech? I will spare you the bad sleep schedule. Anyway, C-Rams is good at tracking prints. I was thinking about doing that print, but time's just gotten so low. I'm gonna go into the other statue that doesn't have a print on it. So I just do a swap. I see the laser come on me, but it goes away, and I'm thinking, okay, that was just a statue highlight, and yeah. Swap, finish, works out. I really had no backup plan if C-Rams decides to rotate over here. But starting out 2-0 here was a really nice buffer to start, because I was fully expecting at least something to go sour soon here, and Aquarium's a good place to do it. So, this game was interesting. We got C-Rams' twin ST of General, which isn't extraordinary, except that they also did that against Sauerkraut. They did the same exact flirt pair. So when I saw Twin in this combo flirting with General, I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'll make a note of that. But it's still just the early game. We'll wait. I kept that in mind. New Aqua Tech. Is it not relating to shark walking? Shark walking isn't really tech. I mean, it is tech. It's just lame tech. Here, safety is off for hair. She went from that statue. Okay, if I had known that, I wouldn't have been so eager, but just from this position here, I see hair walk from those statues into this bookshelf. I'm like, it's hair. It's C-Rams. This is gonna be a swap delay. Because C-Rams really like swap delays as well. And in that time, C-Rams goes for the second flirt, which I do not notice. Do I do pathing lights this game? Not yet, at least. I felt pretty free to do some pathing lights this set. Ah, there was one. Yes, I do one. It's a bounce off of Twin. No, it's just a bounce, like a redirect around the briefcase. That looked really nice from Boots. It's probably around this point where I'm worrying. I haven't watched Pearl Lane at all this game. That could be rough if that happens. There's been a lot of bar activity. But I think at least I have statue goers down, if that. It's probably around here where I noticed Twin in the same combo as General again. Hair I low light for a nice redirect off of the bookcase. That's not something I particularly think C-Rams would do. Here, right now, is where I noticed that Twin is back with General. 'Cause there's a highlight. Twin then switches Convo.
Banana bread.
BB happens. Low lights are taken. It's only real for that one Convo, and there's a big fat highlight in there. And that big fat highlight goes back to the middle Convo near General. For what I think is the third time, safety off. So not really a big fan of Twin here, although it is all circumstantial. And at this point, I'm noticing the conversations have dissolved a lot. Taft is returning the briefcase, like in the combo behind the Amba. That's just something that I don't ever see spies pull off. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, and at this point, C-Rams is being very active. Into bar. We're getting offered. Shark is coming. Really long response, and that's going to be enough for me. Really long wait on the bar, or on the drink take. I don't know if I was going to shoot immediately there otherwise, but that was just enough confirmation, given the flirts and BB. Aquarium now. Second game spy for me. So C-Rams does bar highlights first, and if it's not a bar map, they're gonna do statue lights. This was a really adventurous reverse bug. I saw Amba coming towards me. I'm like, okay, he's gonna land at windows, because of course he will with this path. Why would he not? Oh yeah, Biaxin dropping out of everything. That's a shame. Adventurous reverse bug, but I survive it, and I'm like, thank you for letting me survive. I really want to get this flirt, so I'm just gonna redirect. Print at the back right statue is something I'm keeping in mind. I am at near Amba, which I'm not a huge fan of because C-Rams is a bit liberal with the bug credits at times, especially standing bugs. Don't want to linger on Amba too long. Shark is coming. Ooh, that flirt and leave was a bit more visible than I expected it to be. Into single inspects, because Aquarium and Veranda I felt comfortable doing that, given that bar highlights were going to be taken instead of statue lights. One cycle to just try and get out of there without being seen if possible. Going over for contact. It's a pretty good one again.
Banana bread.
Smallman's out. Disney is... he's out before it happens, but it could look like a split. And he's not low lit, so that's very threatening. Teal's grabbing a briefcase, which isn't great for me. I need to finish flirt. No talk here. Kind of a calculated risk. I mean, I don't want to like start a talk and like be forced into staying here. And I don't think Serums is particularly gonna notice that. Going to bar, gonna get this flirt. But I don't want a bar highlight or anything. I'm just gonna leave. Oh, that looks really bad actually. That really looks like a delegate reject. So I do pick up the highlight for it. That's good from Serums. I think I thought about inspect swapping here, but I was already on my second cycle. I didn't want to have to like twitch on the pad. In convo, middle shark is soon. Amba's on the move, so I'm looking for a fourth mission here. But Neutralite seems like an early Neutralite if that was for. Oh yes, and there's the Civ shot. Kind of already forgotten what happens most of these games. But yeah, there's a Civ shot. That was nice. Secures the 4-point lead off the start, which is now a more than a comfortable buffer given the looming threat of tech. And now we're on to Courtyard, which is possibly the place where I expect tech to be. And you're not allowed to double a venue from your opponent's set, so it very easily still could have been. We'll see. We'll see what Serums does here. Shoot. No. Ah, yes. Martini. Martini almost lost me 2 games this set. So Disney enters this statue pad at a diagonal, and I don't like it. Except I think I promptly forgot about it. Is there tech here? No. There's no tech this game. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Pearls was there, so I thought it was reasonable. And then he goes over here and does it again. And I'm like, twice? That's suspicious. But Amba's there, so it seems reasonable, maybe. And also he's doing a second statue. That's kind of unspy-like. Printed the statue next to Disney, though. Serums into statues. I see General there, and I'm like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll like not really watch that though. And it is the fingerprintable statue of note. I've lost to this kind of bug way too much recently, so I'm crediting it on Sorry. She gets bounced around inside of Amba there. She has a nice full combo stop though, so she gets a little light. So then I do pan back around and I see General Steel here. I'm like, that's the fingerprintable statue. I gotta highlight for it, because it's very threatening. But then I'm thinking, General was there for so long. He could have cheesed that and gotten out. Yes, Calme pointing out, not taking the cheese fingerprint. Like, that could have been a free fingerprint and even swap. Like, sticking around for so long is pretty unsuspicious. So I'm considering that. And then I think Serums. I think it's a bad pump back. Yeah, that's rushed. So at that point I'm like, whoa, wait, maybe it is General. But I'm holding, because I'm not sure. It's first fingerprint, as far as I know.
And the end of red.
General starts talking. It's a very quick BB after that. And I'm not a huge fan of General right now. Bad leave, and then that's gonna be enough. Yeah, left with arms crossed. Gotta leave in this position right there. Once the new idle starts, you gotta wait around. Bad leave in the first 3 seconds too. Yeah, I noticed this on replay here, but didn't notice it in real time, so it wasn't really worth anything. But that's a good start. Happy with that. On to Spy Side Courtyard. Spawning near Ambo I don't love. Don't want to get... Can guess leave when they're not in idle animation. I mean, they have like a pause in between their idle animations. Who's my semi-final opponent? Who's still in Penguin Pool? You're still in Penguin Pool, Koopa. We're gonna play. Yeah, I mean, I told myself before this set I want to have Flirt done the first minute every game. And I like really rushed it this game. Flirted at windows there. That was not a great window entry either. There's the first flirt. Gonna go for the second one. Alright, good night, Koopa. Chasing down. Flirt cooldown finally expires. It's a wait, and that sucks because it's Courtyard and I want to rush. That's just how Courtyard goes. Is it Rob? Please tell me it's Rob. It's...
And the end of red.
Opie or... Who did he play in the cast today? I mean, Opie won. So it would be Opie. Povsky, right. Thank you, David. Big fan. I would love to play Rav. I don't think anything has happened since I last said anything about this game. Rocker into statues. I'm like, sure, I gotta go to statues anyway, because this is, you know, boring Courtyard. You gotta do inspects. I'm requesting a drink. Toby takes too long to get to me. I'm not willing to do the green purloin. Boo. One cycle green inspects is nice. Don't know why I decided to go back to Rocker here. I feel like that's just forcing the flirt pair, even though I don't think I ever talk in this combo with Rocker. General does pick up Rocker's statue. I'm considering going to like swap for him. Good thing I didn't, because he's a low light. Would I rather play Rav or OP? Rav. Tried to fit in this combo. It's full. That's not great. I would shoot for it. Not really. Green Purloin. It's looking pretty desperate. My biggest note about CRAM's Sniper is that they win so many games just due to like spies basically like being desperate at the end, and that's what I'm doing here. I just got my 3 boring missions because that's how you play Courtyard. Green Purloin, I die. Good job to CRAMs there. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, that's a shot for this path into Windows. So yeah, CRAMs is cracked. no chain on this thing either. So it seems like no matter what, that's how I play Courtyard. That's how you have to play Courtyard. It's so boring. So it seems like either if I frame General for a swap, or if I green Purloin, it goes to Salmon, and either way, I would have been screwed. But that's fine. I'll take 5-1. Not necessarily having seen tech yet. So here we are into library. This is C-Ram's double. And let's get this one started. This is their double, so, you know, really expecting tech here. Yet Red has taken out a book. As I said earlier, C-Rams really likes to transfer. Crams cam, yeah, it's Crams cam. Into convo here. This is actually important to watch my cam. At a moment. Oh, I missed it. So C-Rams is a red flirt, and I think I see Kane leave by breaking his sip. And that's weird. So it's either Kane or Seek if I saw that correctly. But I'm not putting my laser over C-Rams no matter what. Because I totally didn't see that. Although I just did it there to fake look at sorry. Also the watch check break leave, as Rob demonstrated earlier. Martini almost losing me another game. General does this path into books, and I don't know where his book is from. Here I'm. Look at this attempted stealth highlight. Look at how violent it is. So like, not a fan of General here. Boom, stealth highlight. And then I actually get it here. That one actually looked pretty good, and I was happy about it. But General's got transfer here, a straight path into the diagonal bookshelves. Yeah, I just don't know enough. There's the stealth highlight on Seek for whatever the heck I saw early on. And again, C-Rams is highlight with no progress done, like on Veranda. This combo is really packed, and there's no contact coming off. Yes, I did. Yeah, that was very funny, Koopa. I love stealth highlights. That's probably like one of my favorite things about Sniper. It's like a diagonal entry into a regular pad, but it can happen. It can happen, but it's by like, sure. C-Rams was there for a long time, wasn't he? I felt like it during the match as well, but I like wasn't paying constant attention to know. 1 cycle, 2 cycle. Oh, Smallman was there for a while. Okay, fair enough. Back to the same spot for C-Rams. But the thing is, Seek hasn't done anything this game besides allegedly red flirt Kane. Fake highlight on Boots. Yeah, the lines cover up the list if you're on the right side, like, almost all the time. It's crazy. But on the left side, it's not that bad. C-Ram's not doing much. They did tell me that they were going for a lot of frames. Queen could have gotten a bug there. C-Rams is snuck into the corner here. Queen, where's Queen at? Queen just got the bug credit. Highlight is for red flirting cane. We've requested a drink. Toby's on his way. I'm looking at the right side here. There we go. So, what happens here is that Toby really sells out C-Rams. Walking here, and then I see Irish is moving, but Toby is still moving. So I'm like, wait, how is that happening? Then Highlight emerges from the pillar, and another shot for 0 missions. And now onto my spy game. Let's see what we got. Oh, Koopa, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for this game. Oh, 1 green time ad. 2 green time ads. 3 green time ads. And at this point, I had a bad bounce with Amba there. I did not want to be credited for bug. At the front of the venue, C-Rams was staring at the Amba the entire time. I think. Like, let's look at this. Hold on. I surely cleared this. Yes, I see that pile up near Amba. I'm like, sure. I want a time ad. I haven't time added yet. So, time ad, time ad, time ad. Never see the laser over me. I'm sorry, Koopa. I'm sorry if I had known. It's a 16 game set, too. It's gonna be so long until you get to see the tech. But I'm just idling here. I don't want to try and chase down Boots because she's in a not very flirtable position, which is great. But I want to leave. I want to get schmoving. But also I have 5.5 minutes on the clock. One thing I was telling myself though is that I cannot be seen at windows the rest of this game. Boots, please don't go to books. She goes to statues, and I don't want an early statue highlight on 5-minute library. Why not just do more green time ads? Because then, if I get seen doing it, it's gonna be like this is however long. What is it? Is it twice as long as however many time ads you did? Does that mean that there were like at least 4 minutes of green time ad, like of slow clock? That's 4 minutes of people who go to Windows. If CRMs looks at the clock, that can be a huge suspect, and I need to not be one of those. Oh, it's around 2 minutes. I guess that's right. I always think that it takes twice as long to sync up. But I'm just trying to be really idle here. Smallman, I think, had been to statues earlier. Boots, you finally get into a flirtable position. I don't think so. Oh yeah, she is, okay. So, with a normal amount of time left on the clock, I'm finally gonna get in for the first flirt. It's a flirt stop talk, because C-Rams looks away. Double agent joins me, that's nice. Ooh, Queen redirects, I could have seen that. I am seeing Smallman potentially finishing in specs here, and there's a slow clock. So that's very tempting to like just go swap for him. For whatever reason, Toby has trekked around the entire venue and is offering me a drink. I'm not happy about you, Toby. Smallman joins me, and I immediately regret clicking take a drink. Boots leaves, not great, but at least Smallman's in. Can't complain too much. CRMs is very hesitant to take low lights, like for splitting outside of BBN library. or outside of view for fear of splitting. But I'm still just idling because I've got a lot of time left, and I'm given C-Rams' Civ shot a couple of times already. I'm feeling pretty good here, but just idling. Koopa, what kind of laser do you think C-Rams has? Given that Tex is potentially blocking the path behind wheels, I'm going to take the path in front of the convo. Amba lands next to me. Not a big fan of that. Probably could have taken the standing bug, yeah. Yeah, C-Rams doesn't guard bug particularly close. I'm sorry, Koopa. Whoa, Teal, what was that? Incredibly NA laser? Do you know where they're actually from? What is this from Teal? Great, that's a great flirt and transfer. It's crazy. Clocks are almost syncing back up, and I'm almost done with flirt. Here, I'll go into extra speed for my spy games, Koopa, just so we can get to the tech faster. Well, I can tell you, they're from NA. Good job. You're 2 for 2. Difficult print, I didn't actually know that would be difficult, so I wasn't expecting to have to do the action test, but at least I hit it. Finally getting convo to finish up flirt here. Stop talk, I want to get out of there. Twin dies. Okay, on to C-Ram's second library spy game. It's a double venue. Surely they have tech for it. Let's see what it is. I mean, I think it was a one-cycle book return. It was not a proper book return. There's a really crowded combo here, and Amba does a full wrap around it. Don't love it. Wheels could have gotten a reverse bug there and takes what is maybe a questionable path. I don't know. I don't know enough about pathing to take highlights for it. I just wanted to look cool. C-Rams heading over here, not sure what for exactly. Seek is potentially swapping for Sorry here, and Seek, he's blocking it. And I decide, you know what, I'll take a 50-50 this early on library. I'm just going to watch everything else and clear the swamp later. BB happening.
Banana bread.
And 5 low lights, I think, available and taken. Pretty happy with that. General gets a temporary low light as a reminder that I think he was taking a drink during BB. And I can tell you that I immediately forgot that, because I'm going to highlight General here in a moment for just being behind the pillar here in a reverse bug setup. Oh my god. How forgetful am I? Teal does a nice little stutter step. Probably not something that C-Rams would do. Hated Seek this game. Yes. Yes, I did. Because he was doing that side statue swap for Sorry, and then he pathed into this combo and took a pretty quick BB. David knows more about me this game than I do. Queen has, ignore that. Queen has gone into this statue. C-Rams, let me reiterate, loves swamp blocking. Queen takes an incredibly short path into convo here. And from my testing, I've never been able to like be on another pad, like in one of these convos and still delay the swap. but it's C-Rams. C-Rams loves to do that. That is not safety off for Seek, that is safety off for Queen, just preempting the potential swap delay. Because C-Rams didn't just attempt the one they got by Sauerkraut, they attempted multiple throughout bracket here. General does a drink take cancel, and he gets a neutral light for that. Stealth safety off, yeah. Queen is almost offered a drink. Red Purloin crashed. And Toby's over here, so I'm like, okay, I can narrow this down. I will happily narrow it down. Pearls was there. Looking back at this, I didn't know that Pearls was there. That could have been dangerous. But I bring Irish back up, I see the thing clipping through the wall. I'm like, oh, C-Rams is just doing it again. I'm low lighting everyone. I'm like just hoping that C-Rams will just walk out. But I'm gonna bring them back up just in case. I don't know. I'm like, okay, C-Ram's not gonna walk out. Guess not. I'll just take the shot because I can see something that I can shoot without having to worry about like shooting Damon's booty. Yeah. And I can now tell you, this was the tech. This is the tech, the aforementioned tech. Oh, weird shading on the highlight there. C-Rams was going in with a lot of frame, a lot of attentions to frame this match, and this was one of them, hoping to get a spy win by framing someone here for a canceled Purloin. Didn't quite work out. And onto Library, the score is 8-1. Not nearly as close as I thought it would be. Unfortunately, C-Ram's snipers looked really great the rest of this competition. It's gonna look great the rest of this match. Red Flirt, not great. Not the start I want. Yeah, quarterfinals is no joke. Flirting there. It's awkward, but I didn't think C-Rams would like pen me for it. Yes, you may now go to bed, Koopa. Or have you missed the actual tech? It's okay. Wheels fits into convo. I'm like, sure, I guess I'll get in here and finish flirt. And I do. I hit a second green flirt, which is lovely. Sauerkraut 7-3, yeah. I mean, studying C-Rams for this match, I felt like C-Rams as C-Rams sniper, I don't want to say they got lucky, but a lot of their sniper wins are spies at the end of the game making very desperate plays, and they're good at capitalizing on that. But rushing seemed to be an answer to that. And that's not to take away from C-Rams. It's more to take away from other spies who they played. And they obviously pulled out the good tech against oh, a teal hair on veranda. Oh, I guess I didn't know. I didn't see that. Anyway, resuming, there's just been a drink take, but I hit a green Purloin. C-Rams did win the other game that I green Purloin, so I'm kind of worried about this. I see Queen at side statues, and I had to plan this game. Like, this is 8-1. I'm feeling good. I'm hitting greens. My plan against C-Rams on Library here was like, I'm gonna pick up one of these side statues, I'm going to green swap it, then I'm going to stand right here at the bookcase and swap delay it. Like, I don't know, trying to give them not a taste of their own medicine, but, you know, pay homage. Well, you don't make desperate plays, David, because you're okay with timing out. Unfortunately here I inspected the middle one first, so I had to do a 2-cycle and inspect my held one. I wasn't too keen on that. CRMs is also very on top of swaps. Not like immediately shooting for them, but if you swap, there's a good chance that that will that they will be able to narrow down the party, at least. So green swapping for queen here, probably could have white swapped this and done alright with that. Green purloin, by the way, was pending that whole time, and that's finally come off. So I'm just going to stick to the plan. I land here, I'm like, this is way too far away to prevent this. But I've got a book now, Rocker's getting called, and at this point I'm like, okay, I need to get in countdown. Amba is nearby, I'm going to take a bug behind the pillar as Rocker's picking it up. Swap happens behind cover. I'm on the wrong camera, that's why CRAMs wasn't moving. Swap has occurred. I guess the quick fade is slightly visible, but I think it seems like Perlin had just been noticed. And I'm reading book at front, having done 3 hard tells, no contact, and heading towards green. That's 9-1. I definitely didn't expect that result. I think I worried a lot, given the actual truth of the tech, but given how much hype CRAM's put behind it, I think it's warranted. And CRAM Sniper has been impressive, so it could have been a sniper party in like the only game. What do I think of a 9-1 game being casted? It's quarterfinals. I mean, not casting it would be, I think, weirder. At 4-0, going into courtyard, or 5-0 I think, I really wanted to sweep. I was like, you know what, I really prepared for this one. I really want to get a sweep in quarterfinals. That would be really exciting. But having lost one and having it be a 9-1, it doesn't seem that, I don't know, something seems off, yeah. Your Penguin pool games to be casted? I'll let Corvus know. I'm sure she could schedule them. Yeah. Tech. I don't know. I don't want to drag down on CRAM's. Tech was underwhelming. But I don't know. They're not super tight in the community, so I can understand them having missed out on some things. I see what you're saying, Koopa. Yeah, there are a lot. Probably too many. 7 5s, 6 6s that get casted. But I don't know. Quarterfinals, it would be weird to not have a quarterfinals game casted just because it's not close. Casted like a 14-1. What was that one? Oh, was that? Oh, that was Matters Academy, right? Yeah, I did not know that was that one-sided. And I felt kind of bad having you there. That, You don't pick sets to be casted based on knowing their score. Yeah, I mean, I felt like the whole time I was just like, yeah, Manatters, go Manatters! Like, oh no, why is Calamy doing this? But like, I don't know. It just felt rough. Like right after a tough match. But as long as it was fun. Yeah, GG's to see Rams. Definitely had me worried. Good night, Koopa. Sorry to keep you so long. Hope it was worth it. Yeah, I mean, I was telling C Rams, like, we had a chat after this game. They were like, yeah, that's the tech. They were, I don't know if they were bummed it didn't work out. C Rams is also very, very kind. Let's head over to the end of this game. I like it. I mean, if you have a big suspect here, I think it's better. Because the thing is that Toby will turn towards the center of the venue, which is good, because if the sniper looks over, they see Toby looking here. But if you react fast enough, which sniper should be able to do. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. Sniper shouldn't be able to do that. You can. Yeah, there's a bit of actual shakiness to that laser. Like. Yeah. The crash sound is startling whenever you hear it for the first time in a while. Yeah, right there the gig was up. Oh no, something's going on. What do I do? Yeah, pillar play. Pretty well known on library at this point. The crash frame is something. Yeah, stealth highlight. Let's see how stealthy it was from C-Ram's point of view. Yeah, not much you could do at that point. You could maybe dance with Damon, but you've got all mission done, maybe. You don't have Purloin done, that's for sure. I think the better play there is green Purloin almost all the time. Yeah, that's a short set there. Didn't even have to deal with balcony or ballroom, which I'm fine with not having to deal with balcony. Ballroom, I felt like I could do a lot there though. That would have been fun. But that's gonna be it for the postmortem. This match will be casted tomorrow on SpyParty channel by Mega Parsec. Hello. I think Mega was in here earlier. Actually, probably not. Mega would probably stay away to not be spoiled. And Opie writes hosting. So, always fun to see if casters pick up on what I'm putting down. Although, I'm sure with some of those random safety offs on characters that are not the spy, there will be lots of confusion because there are at least 3 of those. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. That will be casted tomorrow at 2 p.m. Standard or Central Standard. Convert that to your own time or check cast announcements. That's the first match of the day. But thank you for tuning in tonight for the postmortem. Hope my thoughts on the match were interesting. But have a good night, everyone.